Good evening all. I'm Aditi Lamba with the Tues night edition of South Asian News, Vision of Asia. We are coming to you from our studio in New York City. Welcome to tonight's show. Let's begin by taking a look at the coronavirus pandemic. Globally, we are looking at 63.5 million cases of coronavirus with nearly 1.4 million deaths. In the United States, we have surpassed 13.6 million cases, and the death toll from COVID-19 in the US has surpassed 269,000. The nation has entered this final month of the year with expectations that a promising vaccine candidate will soon be approved to halt the rapidly spreading coronavirus after 4.2 million new cases were reported in the month of November. This has happened as a large number of Americans still refuse to wear masks and continue to gather in holiday crowds against recommendations of health experts. Hence, the experts are pleading Americans to follow guidelines of social distancing, wearing a mask, and washing hands after seeing a record number of cases and hospitalizations in the nation last month. On this, President-elect Joe Biden has pledged to make combating the coronavirus his top priority upon taking office on January 20th, saying he will rely on the best scientific evidence when it comes to COVID-19. On vaccine, according to U.S. government's Operation Warp Speed, healthcare workers and others recommended for the first COVID-19 vaccine could start getting their shots within 24 hours after the vaccine receives regulatory authorization. So here's to hoping for an effective vaccine that truly takes us out of this pandemic. In politics, President Donald Trump has still yet to concede to President-elect Joe Biden and continues legal battles while President-elect continues his transition process, introducing key members of the cabinet and more, pledging a diverse and qualified team which will create recovery for everybody. Tonight we have much on politics and COVID-19 relief efforts along with our exclusive with Indian actress Manasi Parekh. Here are the headlines. Veteran journalist Rohit Vyas on politics of presidential transition process, New Jersey. Seva Diwali hosts drive-through food donation benefiting food pantries, New Jersey. ITV Gold exclusive featuring Indian actress and singer Manasi Parekh Gohil, Mumbai, India. It's time for a short break. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, voice of the community. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Aditi Lamba and this is Vision of Asia, Tuesday night episode of South Asian News. On politics and the ongoing presidential transition process, we spoke earlier today with ITV Gold's senior political commentator and veteran journalist, Mr. Rohit Vyas. 50 days till inauguration today, the U.S. Department of Justice Attorney General William Barr said that it has found no evidence to support allegations of election fraud that could have changed the election result, but President Donald Trump still refuses to concede and struggles with his legal battles, struggling in many states. Meanwhile, today President-elect Joe Biden unveiled the top members of his economic team, introducing diverse and efficient nominees leading the incoming administration's economic response to the coronavirus pandemic. One of the nominees is South Asian American Neera Tandon for the Director of the Office of Management and Budget, and if confirmed, the daughter of a proud immigrant, Neera Tandon will be the first woman of color and first South Asian American to oversee that office. Discussing this and the President-elect's first 100 days agenda, Mr. Rohit Vyas provided much insight into what will happen next. Here is our conversation. Let's begin again by President Donald Trump. He again has yet to concede. However, the transition process with the Biden team is going on a full go. So how are you looking at this? There are still legal battles, and I've heard that he's lost about 39 of them in the nation, but they continue to fight for this. What's the point?
Well, there is no point, and as we speak, the Attorney General, William Barr, has already indicated to the Associated Press that there is no evidence, the Justice Department has found absolutely no evidence of any fraud that would change the outcome of the election. So basically that puts an end to any future legal quests that the Trump campaign might want to continue. That's the latest information we have, and that's from the Attorney General himself, Trump's Attorney General himself.
Yes, for sure. But my question again to you is, do you think this will continue until the inauguration day? We'll just keep on seeing the Trump campaign just sending these legal battles, which they keep on losing in every state?
Yeah, he doesn't want to give up, so I imagine he'll continue. As long as he has the legal wherewithal to do it right now, which means the financing from the campaign itself, the money that's needed to mount such legal challenges. Once you become a private citizen, it's not going to be that easy. Although the Republican Party has committed a certain amount of money to continue these legal battles, but he can do it as long as he chooses. But once it reaches a point where a set of judges, for instance, looks at it, throws it out, and says, okay, that's the end of it, and that's the end of it. So I don't imagine this continuing much further, and certainly not after the 20th of January.
Let's talk about the economy on that sense. What do you think they need to do in order to provide economic relief directly related to COVID-19? And when you're looking at that,
the biggest thing is a new package, a relief package immediately, because don't forget that the economy has remained stable, and the stock market has been doing well because of the tremendous support from the very outset of the pandemic from the Federal Reserve. Jerome Powell has done a pretty good job, in my opinion. The current chairman of the Federal Reserve has done a very good job in sustaining the U.S. economic output, right, in keeping the economy afloat, in trying to get people back to work. The huge part has been played by the Federal Reserve. They've been pumping in money in the right amounts to sustain the markets. Otherwise, had there been a crash of the stock market, things would have been much, much worse. So there is a lot of stability because of the economic moves. Now, there is a danger because because of the surge in COVID-19 again, nationwide now. I think all 50 states now at this point are seeing unprecedented surges. Right. Some even more than in March and in April, and that's dangerous. And that also portends a very poor outlook for the economy. So I think the Biden team is looking specifically at making sure there is enough relief out there for the average working person. Talking about the working person, there's a lot of hunger now in America, which we have not seen since the Great Depression in the 20s and 30s. We have not seen this type of situation where people are going hungry. I saw a figure today that astounded me. 40% of Americans have been reaching out for food. Wow. Imagine going to food banks. 40%, nearly half the country, is suffering some kind of food shortage right now. That is a very scary thought, a very frightening thought. And so the Federal Reserve has to move in, the federal government has to move in, and I think Joe Biden is well aware of that. He's onto it. As you know, he's named a team of economic advisors, an economic team, right, that'll be leading that effort in his administration. And I think he's very labor-centric. He knows that it's the working American. He is the son of a working American himself. And he knows that the working American has a lot of dignity. And the thing is to keep that dignity alive and going.
Yes, for sure. And just looking at Neera Tanden, when she was addressing everybody today, she spoke about her very genuine story of being an immigrant's, daughter and her mom's struggle to make it finally into a middle class. She talked about how the government allowed faith in the immigrant community, and that's how they were able to build. Do you think Joe Biden will work on expanding this middle class and sort of bring back what she was talking about?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like I said, he's the son of a working American, and to him, labor, and labor meaning workers, are extremely important. They are the main engine driving the American economy. It's not the business people, it's not the owners who are more powerful, it is the workers who drive everything. Joe Biden firmly believes that. That's his history. So yes, for certain. That's what's going to be driving him. That story that she told, it's a very true story about her own struggles. But she's going to have a tough time, by the way, being confirmed. She has a lot of detractors, a lot of people in both parties who don't really like her. So I expect an uphill task for her to get confirmed in the Senate, even if the two Senate runoffs in Georgia go to the Democrats, and therefore the Democrats have a sort of majority with the tiebreaker by Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. I still think there will be, she will face tough scrutiny. So she's not going to be an easy nominee to get in.
We have been showcasing several organizations and nonprofits that are doing some incredible work in providing relief during COVID-19 pandemic and help uplift the most vulnerable people. These efforts are happening while a major part of the nation faces issues of economic and health crisis, along with food insecurity, which is overwhelming pantries nationwide. This year, due to COVID-19's ramifications, the need for food has increased much more as members of all communities face hunger and joblessness. To provide relief to the increasing need of food in New Jersey, Seva Diwali hosted a drive-through food donation outside event to collect non-perishable food items to provide food for families, especially with Christmas and holiday season approaching. Seva Diwali is an initiative by a group of individuals and organizations who believe in Seva Dharma, saying that service to humanity is service to the divinity. Attending the food donation drive was Mayor of Woodbridge Township, Mayor John McCormack. Here is the story.
Hello, my name is John McCormack. I'm the mayor of Woodbridge Township. We're here at School 18 in Island as the Seva Diwali group is working on a food drive, and they're collecting thousands and thousands of pounds for Woodbridge Township families and children and seniors in need. They're joined by the Woodbridge First Aid Squad people here, and all the kids are volunteering, which is wonderful.
My name is Glenn Gizzi. I'm part of the Woodbridge Township Ambulance and Rescue Squad, and we're here at Seva Diwali's food drive in Island at School 18. We tell you should come on down and drop off some food. This is a great organization helping feed the Township of Woodbridge and all its families, especially during this time of crisis with the COVID panic. So please come on down.
Good afternoon. My name is Peter Barcelona. I am the director of We Feed Woodbridge. It's my responsibility to oversee the 11 food pantries and one soup kitchen here in Woodbridge. Currently, due to the pandemic, we are feeding over 1,300 families per month. So the need is great, so we greatly appreciate Seva Diwali for donating food, helping us feed the hungry. Thank you.
Namaste, I'm Arushi Gaikwad, and today we're here at the Seva Diwali food drive. Seva Diwali is an initiative taken by several groups and organizations to provide food for the less fortunate. We've been doing this since 2018. I've been part of it since 2018. We're trying to collect as much food as we can for the less fortunate. In 2019, we collected over 55,000 pounds of food, and this year the goal is to beat that.
Namaste, my name is Vedika Gaikwad, and today we're here to help people that need or underprivileged people who need food.
My name is Anaga. This is Seva Diwali. So we help people in need with food. So just a few days ago was Thanksgiving, and not much people had enough food and home. So right now we're collecting food.
Namaste, my name is Tulasi, and today we are here at Seva Diwali. And Diwali is basically an Indian festival of lights, and also in America there's also Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is also about giving needy people what they need. So we're combining those times and putting it together for the people who really need food. So please help us donate.
My name is Nimesh Dixit from Hindu Swayamsevak Sangha. We are gathered here for the food drive through Seva Diwali. So Seva Diwali initiative started in New Jersey in 2018. And now it is widespread all across the USA in 26 states. So today, for the first time, we have tried this food drive at 4 different places: South Brunswick, Addison, Islin, and Rahway area. And a lot of people, there is a very good response to it. A lot of people are driving through and dropping the food here. And the food will go to We Feed Woodbridge pantries. So Woodbridge Township is feeding 1,300 families. So in this holiday season, this should be very helpful to all the needy people in our township. And Seva Diwali is gaining ground. Seva Diwali is Diwali is celebrated by all dharmic tradition religions like Hindu, Sikh, Jain and Buddhist. And all of these different organizations come together and participate in this event. And this is spreading like wildfire. So it is a very nice thing. People are coming out. Look at the kids here. A lot of kids are participating. So second generation kids are getting introduced to Diwali and doing the good seva work. So this is amazing contribution by children of our own community. We thank ITV Gold is always supporting. For the last 3 years they have been also covering all the newspaper, media. We are thankful to everyone who are supporting us. Thank you.
It's time for the short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back. This is Vision of Asia, the South Asian news segment, and I am Aditi Lamba. We have now an ITV Gold exclusive interview featuring Indian actress, producer and singer Manasi Parekh Gohil. The great content creator under her production house Soul Sutra has been the face and name behind blockbuster movie Golkeri, along with movies such as Uri, The Surgical Strike and Lilai. Also a popular face in Indian television, Manasi Parekh is known for her versatility and great on-screen presence, which has brought her much success and love in several leading Indian television networks, presenting her take on acting and music on a national platform. Speaking to us wholeheartedly, Manasi discussed various aspects of her admirable and encouraging journey as a singer, actor and producer in the Indian film and television industry, making a respected space and name for herself from ground up. A great discussion on hard work and determination. Here is Manasi Parekh Gohil. Manasi, I know the television and the movie industry has started a little bit. I know you also, did the Share and Care Foundation's beautiful gala concert as well. Could you give us a little insight into how that is being done? And is all the protocol being followed when you're looking at, everything from social distancing to mask wearing to hand washing and sanitizing?
Absolutely. In fact, we've been doing so many concerts online. And so many shoots are happening online, but the Sharon Care concert was really special because we maintained every protocol, right from the oximeter and the thermostat, and making sure that everybody was wearing their masks except when they were on stage, and everybody was socially distant, and even the singers were kind of the mics were sanitized because the mic surface is one surface which can definitely catch a lot of germs.
Right.
So every singer had their own sanitized mics, and there was no audience because we recorded it in a studio in an enclosed sanitized space, so that it could be telecast, with proper edits and stuff at the Sharon Care concert. But we were so thrilled when we went on stage. All of us actually met each other after 7 months. The musicians and the singers, everybody was together, and the energy was insane. Because no matter how many Zoom meetings you do, no matter how many virtual performances you have, but when you have like the entire band together, it's so special.
Definitely.
So we all loved that, and thanks to Sharon Care, all of us came together for the first time actually. And Rising Together is the perfect name because we really felt like, if we're all together in this, we're going to come out of it very fast.
What do you have to say about their amazing work? They empower the most vulnerable communities in India, and you help them raise so much money here and for India. What do you have to say about the foundation itself?
I think Sharon Care is incredible, the amount of work they do, the kind of support and rehabilitation they do for people in India, underprivileged people in India, be it in education, be it in healthcare. Their work is commendable. I have been very closely, Parthiv and me, of course, have been very closely associated with Sharon Care. And I had the good fortune of producing 4 documentaries documenting the entire work that Sharon Care does in India. And so I have literally gone to the villages in Rajasthan. I have gone to the places in Uttar Pradesh, and I've gone to the places in Bombay, where the people who have benefited from Sharon Care's rehabilitation work were giving us real life accounts of their experiences with Sharon Care. And I think it's hats off to the entire team. It's just incredible to see such diverse groups of Indians coming together to work selflessly for such a big cause, and nothing can beat that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's incredible how much help is needed, and how much we all need to continuously contribute. Manasi, I want to take the rest of the time and talk to you about you, because the audience loves you. We have seen you on TV, we have seen you on movies. Now you're content creating, you're in web series, you're a singer, you're a producer. So I think it'll be great for our audience to get to know you a little bit more. So let's start from your earliest days, Manasi. Being a part of, being so involved in art, I would like to know, did you initially start off like that? What were some of your earliest memories of being in the art form and experiencing what it means to be, say, an actor or a singer?
I started off as a singer. When I was 4 is when I started learning music, and my mother realized that, my grandmother actually, mom's mom, she realized that I have a natural inclination towards music and I'm really good at it. So that's when my musical journey began, and I was so passionate about learning music. I would finish school and I would go for my music class very dedicatedly, and I learned Indian classical music, and I did my Visharad in Indian classical music, which is equivalent to a bachelor's degree in Indian classical. And this I did while I was, passing high school. So I've always been very actively involved in the arts. I've always been, a part of the entertainment industry. I started my career when I was 10 years old, when I started singing in live performances as a child singer.
Oh, wow.
And I did some 200, 300 stage shows by the time I was 15 years old. And when I went into college is when I got the chance to audition for a TV show. And I had never thought that I would become an actor, because I was always very clear that I'd be a singer. But it's interesting because I met this astrologer, this face reader, who read my face one day when I was around 16. And he said that, you're going to be facing the camera. And I said, what does that mean? Because I'm going to be a singer. So how does that happen? Maybe I'm going to be singing in front of the camera. Because this was the day, this was before social media was, as rampant as it is now.
Right.
So one didn't know what that meant. And then my journey as an actor started. And Ekta Kapoor was my mentor, because I kind of started my career with her. So it's just been a and ever since I started acting, I've just been doing one television show after another, lots of commercials. I did a Tamil film, Leelai.
Wow.
And I did Uri a couple of years ago, which was really well received. It won the national award. And then now I did Gorkeri, a Gujarati film, which we also produced.
Yes, for
So
sure.
it's been a very incredible journey. And now that I'm not just an actor, but I'm also a producer, it's doubly exciting and doubly challenging, because you're literally in the part, you're like the big part of the whole mechanics of show business. You're not just an artist, but you're also kind of responsible for a crew. You're responsible for like hundreds of people all the time. So it's incredible.
Well, this wraps up our show for the night. Please send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations on our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook @itvgold. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel for free access to many of our popular shows. Thank you for joining us tonight from Queens, New York. This is Vision of Asia. I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.